What is going on, FA Nation? Jonathan here with Howard Bender. Welcome into the Fantasy Alarm MLB DFS Playbook preview show. We are here for the Tuesday 11-game main slate. Howard, I think this might be the largest main slate you and I have done a show for, maybe to this point of the season here, and it is also a Coors Field slate. So interesting to see with so many games available if Coors will dominate the rostership here come, when we do the live show at 4.
I think a lot will probably hinge on what happens for the Monday night game. I think if the Diamondbacks beat the snot out of Kyle Freeland, then I think everybody will once again flock to the Diamondbacks. But I also expect that if that game goes over tonight, I think it's a 10.5 run.
10.5. Yeah.
I think if it goes over, I think everybody will just be priced up to the point where I don't even want to deal with Coors.
Well, the thing is, we already have the pricing out. So obviously, these guys generally get the Coors Field bump anyways. They can look at Arizona. We got Merrill Kelly on the mound. Yeah, Walker, Gurriel, Marte, Carroll, all up over 5K, obviously, already. Pricing kind of is held the same from Monday. I would bet maybe Wednesday's slate ends up getting a huge boost if these games go over. But nonetheless, 11 games, obviously some interesting pitching matchups that we can take a look at and target here on this slate as well. So let's just waste no time because we got a lot to get through. Looking at the starting pitching position. So we have Tyler Glasnow on the road against the Minnesota Twins here. Zach Wheeler on the road against the Cardinals with a debuting Sonny Gray off the IL. George Kirby in Toronto, your top 3 price starting pitchers. Evaldi's 88, Musgrove 86. Again, a ton of names here. I immediately obviously looked at Nathan Evaldi against Oakland here at $8,800 as a starting point that I'm sure many also flock to.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like you have to. I mean, yes, obviously Glasnow's in a good spot. Zach Wheeler's in a good spot. George Kirby even is in a good spot if you believe in him bouncing back. But I mean, I think that what we're looking at is some significant matchups at lower pricing that we might not have to deal with the Wheelers or the Glasnows. You said Nathan Eovaldi. I think Aaron Savali he's in a great spot.
Yeah.
And he's a nice little pay down. He's up against the Angels and against Sandoval. I think he's in a great spot. And Reynaldo Lopez taking the mound for the Braves going up against the Mets. I don't believe in them either. So, if I'm kind of looking through it here, if I want to pay up, I can take a look at Eovaldi in a great spot there without having to pay the 10 grand for Glasnow. So Eovaldi might be my pay up, and then I'll look down at Lopez or Savali even as my next pitcher.
Yeah, I like the Savali call a lot. Obviously, going up against the Angels, often a spot I think we're going to equally as target like we do with the Oakland A's matchups here on the season. I think kind of looking at this and some of the matchups that are on the board, there really isn't a clear, I think, next play. Miami at times has their troubles, but Rodon being a lefty in Yankee Stadium feels like Jake Berger is going to be all over that matchup there for them. So I'm not really interested. Bassett has been somebody that you've often talked about targeting Seattle. He has not had a good run here. Achilles heel for Chris Bassett has been left-handed hitters. Lefty bats in Seattle. What does that even look like? Is it Cal Rowley? Who's on the Jorge Polanco, I think, is a switch hitter for them. But J-Rod's obviously from the right side of the plate there. So, is there a lot of threat to Seattle's offense here to Chris Bassett? That's what I'm kind of wondering.
No, I mean, Crawford's a lefty. Polanco's a switch hitter. Raleigh's a switch hitter. Canzoni is a lefty. Rojas is a lefty. So, I mean, you've got a mix of them in there. But are any of those bats threatening of Chris Bassett? Normally, I would say no, but Bassett hasn't looked good right now, and he's pitching to a strong amount of contact as well. So, I would probably kind of leave that. I agree with you. There's nobody out here that's really, even Cole Ragans Like, there's a reason that Reagan's is down here at 8,200 and not priced all the way up, because he's going up against Houston. And I don't necessarily want to use, I know he's a lefty, and, maybe that neutral, like Kyle Tuck.
Sure.
Not
Yeah. He did just go one hitter, 6 1/3 innings against Baltimore. We do think Baltimore's lineup's pretty tough. It's possible that Cole Reagans is now just a dominant shutdown starting pitcher. Maybe in tournaments you throw some Cole Reagans out there at $8,200, but I don't think that's going to be much of a core play for me outside of the one-off. So I'm kind of with you. I might go into the slate, plug in some Evaldi, plug in Savale, and maybe move on. The Reynaldo Lopez is a good call. Charlie Morton's running out a bit of a steam here. Got off to a good run, ran into a little trouble in the fourth, gave up a run. Overall, though, Morton 4 innings, 1 earned, 2 Ks so far. So, definitely maybe some potential there for Reynaldo Lopez the way he started off this year. You were willing to go Gallen in Colorado. Would you give Merrill Kelly the same look? Kelly more of a sinker ball pitcher there. So.
Yeah. I mean, I probably would, just depending on how this game finishes out. But I mean, listen, I like Merrill Kelly a lot. Good innings eater. Again, not sure you need to, kind of take that shot on this slate.
Sure.
Given some of the options that you've got, it's like, yeah, you could, but do you really wanna?
Right. I hear you. Moving on over to catcher, with the Wilson Contreras thing, they do say he is expected to play Tuesday. He was scratched from the Monday lineup. So, Ivan Herrera, unlikely, we assume, to be suiting up for St. Louis. That takes away one of our value bats that we've tended to sort of gravitate towards. Giving all of the catching options on this slate, I like Campusano at $3,500 against Smiley. Campusano's a guy that hits lefties pretty well there, so you're getting a bit of a mid-tier option for you there. And then again, it kind of depends on who's in and out of the lineups when it comes to the rest of the value range.
Yeah, I mean, we on Monday's slate, we found Garrett Stubbs being a value play there, Ivan Herrera as well. So yeah, we're gonna have to see who's got the day off. I love the Campusano call, especially at 3,500. Like, it's a nice spot to be. Alejandro Kirk, if you want to go up against George Kirby, again, that's a possibility. But yeah, I'm with you. I'll look to see what the value is, from all of that. If you don't use Eovaldi, do you use Shea Langoliers?
Right. And honestly, maybe Cal Rowley, this is the spot for him, right? He is a power hitter, left side against Bassett. Maybe that's something you look at. I know we're Kyle Harrison fans, but Kybert there at $3,800. So they even moved up Herrera. He's up to $3,200, so he's not even the $2,800 cheapie, $2,500.
No interest now. That's it. You ruined the bargain. Thanks a lot, DraftKings.
I think I'm just plugging. I'm going to be plugging in some Campusano on these lineups, assuming that he is out there.
I love it. I'm building along with you here.
Yeah, that one works for me. First base. We made this decision pretty easy on the Monday slate. Just plugging in Walker at 5K against a lefty. It is now Cal Quantrill, just as bad as Kyle Freeland. It is not a lefty, though. It's a righty spot. So what does that put for you when it comes to the rest of the first baseman, when it comes to spending up? You have Ohtani and Freeland versus Varland. Olsen gets Hauser here. Harper gets Gray. Like, what are you thinking,
Obviously Ohtani, Olsen, and Freeman look fantastic. 3 lefty bats against, 2 mediocre righties in Varland and Hauser. So, I love paying up for that. I won't go Harper just because I don't want to go up against Sonny Gray. I like Sonny Gray, and I know it's his first start, and they'll probably limit him a little bit, but I'm gonna kind of shy away from there. Again, if you've got the money to use the top 3 guys, then I'm all about using the money at this position. I'm fine using Christian Walker against Cal Quantrill. The righty, that doesn't matter at all. I'm great with that. I'm fine with that. It's going to be real interesting to start seeing. You mentioned Berger, paying down there at 4,200. I think that is a perfectly fine spot to be. Who's the other one? Where was I looking? Well, Josh Bell hits lefties a lot better also. So you could actually, You could double tap. You go corners with Marlins if you're really desiring that.
I don't hate it. Miami obviously as a team as a whole, not spectacular against left-handed pitching, but those two guys obviously bring the thump against Southpaws. Berger especially hitting lefties really well there. Kind of working our way down the list again, though. The value kind of dumps out quick. I'll give another nod to Lamonte Wade. He's actually $300 more cheaper or expensive today than he was on the Monday slate. But really no other obvious value in the mid tier is like meh. I don't really care too much for it outside of those two Miami guys there. So I'm kind of in agreement with you.
Spending up. I mean, listen, again, it's the top three. It's Christian Walker. Happy to go with that. No doubt.
I agree with you. Second base position where you have guys like Mookie Betts with dual positional eligibility, Albies, Marte, Altuve, Semi, and the kind of the same crew. When you're looking to spend up, a lot of lefty matchups here in the top half of the group as well. Any priorities for you when it comes to second base spending up?
I don't think that there are any priorities, right? I mean, obviously Mookie's in play and Ketel Marte is a switch hitter, so he should be fine against Quantrill. I like Semien against Alex Wood. I think that's it. That's a nice spot there. Xander Bogaerts against Drew Smyly also works for me. So, if I'm not spending up, I can still hang out in the pricier tiers here, but I think Semien and Bogaerts are probably in a good spot there as well. Yep. Gleyber Torres against AJ Puck. I mean, listen, any Yankee against AJ Puck at this point.
I would agree. Yeah, he's the strikeouts have not been there. He hasn't missed many bats. He's walking a lot of guys. We saw what the Yankees did to Luzardo today as well. They put a big number up against Jesus Luzardo, who's definitely a better pitcher than Puck here. So I can get behind that for sure. Blanco's 4K. I still like Stott at $3,900 as well. See if there's anybody else down here that's obvious. Not much for me else.
No, there really is not. There really is not. Again, like these previews, obviously the top guys are going to look much more appealing right now because we also need to see where that value is going to lie, going to open up.
Agreed.
Are we going to get to see, I got my fingers crossed on my boy Taylor Trammell tonight on Monday. Can I get one hit out of a min price 2K bat? We'll see what happens in that one there. But I mean, like that's the thing is like that value is going to open up. We know there could be an injury on the Monday game, so of course we're going to kind of hang out in the top part. Of course.
Agreed. Third base, again, a lot of top-end talent. Some of these guys with the matchups that we like. Machado against Smyly, obviously there. I still think McMahon's doable in cores against a righty. Muncy at 45 against Garland, somebody that I like. Berger you can play over here. Any other obvious plays for you in the top half?
Did you say Suarez?
I did not.
How do you not say Eugenio Suarez? I know you love Muncy. You're such a Max Muncy guy this year. I didn't realize much of a Muncy fan.
I like the lineup. I want to get exposure to it. There's going to be days where he has 2 home runs and 6 RBI. So
sure. Chris Morel to me is always in play. That guy hits.
Yeah.
Joe Musgrove he had a good start his last time out, but he gets hit around fairly nicely there. If you want to go against Sonny Gray in his first outing out, I don't think that Alec Baum is at a bad price.
Sure.
Again, as you go down, you could go Brett Beatty, the lefty bat, against Reynaldo Lopez.
Sure.
And we talked about Rojas for Seattle against Chris Bassett. So,
yep.
But I like a little pop at third base, man. Yeah. I always feel like my third baseman should be hitting from power.
Beatty does have a hit again tonight, so. Keeping that little streak going for him, pretty cheap option for you. But again, I'm fine with that. Ezekiel Duran, or do you think you get your where's what's his face there?
Josh Smith. He's a third baseman.
No, because the lefty's on the mound, so they're gonna have isn't a lefty on the mound for
Ezekiel Duran? Are you saying Justin Foscue sighting?
That's the one. Where's our Foscue guy here?
Is he
second base 2,200? There's there's a chance we get Wood rather than the lefty. We might get Foscue in the lineup here. $2,200. You've been waiting for it. You've been calling for it.
We've been looking for it over and over again, right?
Yep. That would be a huge salary saver.
Yes.
For us here. Do you want to give a quick shout to obviously what we talked about on the live show with the Framber Valdez scratch there? The kid they called up already taken out of the game. He got one out. 4 hits, 5 earned allowed. So as we expected, the Rangers were going to lay some wood there, and they did. Not even out of the first inning at 5 on the board. So we'll see how they bounce back. Texas as they run up to Oakland as their Tuesday opponent here. Shortstop Mookie Betts 6,300, Bobby Witt 61, Seager, Turner, the whole crew is up here, Howard.
The whole crew is there. I don't know. Who do you like?
Well, we just keep plugging Mookie, but he struck out twice tonight already against Bailey Ober.
Is that what it is? You're getting sour already?
Oh, I was going to say, if you saw the highlight of one of them, Ober did a great job of painting the outside batter's box for a called strike.
So is Angel Hernandez behind the plate?
I don't know who's behind him. You got to see the highlight. Literally the left-handed batter's box right down the chalk got called on a strike 3. It wasn't even not even close to home play. I don't know how Mookie was. Maybe with a paddle, he would have been able to touch that one.
Jeez.
Listen,
top end of shortstop is good. There's nobody that's really jumping out at me right now. I mean, because Christian Javier can be good.
Yep.
At times. Seager against Wood, obviously that's probably, I was talking about Simeon before. So that's fine. Again, if you're going to target against Sonny Gray, we might be just stacking Padres here against Drew Smiley.
Couldn't.
Which I'm definitely not averse to, but
listen, Young Kim, we didn't even talk about him. Is he shortstop?
Shortstop eligible here?
Where's Kim?
He's there. He's at 4,500 short.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah,
I like that's good. I don't know why he wasn't on my field of view there, but there he is, 4,500. I like Volpe as well, $4,200 against Puck.
Yep, went yard on Monday for sure. Jeremy Pena, if you want him against, again, it's against the lefty. I know it's Reagan's, but still a nice little lefty bat. Talked about Caballero on the other live stream there, so I might as well give a nod to both Arcia, who goes up against Adrian Hauser, and Caballero there at same price.
Sure, I can get behind both of those plays. Nothing popping out for the super low value tier here though. So let's move it on.
You don't want to use Mason Wynn against Zach Wheeler?
Not especially. Not really vibing on that one. Outfield. Where do you want to start your lineups here? Obviously, again, we do like Arizona. We've talked up the Padres in this spot against Smiley, and the Acuna
breakout game for Corbin Carroll finally.
Maybe he's got a stolen base and a hit already in the first inning tonight.
Oh, I think we're getting Corbin Carroll in there.
What else we think?
Let's see.
Adolis 52.
What's that?
Adolis Garcia 5,200.
Yeah, Adolis is fine. You want me to scroll down through in that range? All right, so Cody Bellinger for sure against Musgrove. I like that, as well. Gurriel we talked about. You know what? Nolan Jones might be worth a look. Yeah. How about this? Jazz Chisholm got the night off on Monday. I'm not really sure why, but I might take a look at him against Rodon.
Okay, I can get behind that for sure. Again, if we're looking at I'm perfectly fine stacking against Carlos Rodon, and if he beats me in Yankee Stadium, then so be it. But Jazz is fine. Jazz is a lefty, so you do have the lefty matchup there, but still okay with that. Lane Thomas hits lefties pretty well. Kudos to you. You called Ozuna earlier today, homer tonight. So can always look at Ozuna for a home run play.
Right. Wait, it's Grande's the one who hates the BVP?
Yeah.
All right. I'll tag him on the tweet
Okay.
when I post and I say that
The Tehran BVP numbers for Ozuna.
I cited BVP numbers for Marcell Ozuna, and he homered.
He did. Michael Harris, I'm still a fan of 4,400. They didn't touch his price tag. Yates Hauser as well in that lineup.
Yep. Seiya Suzuki against Musgrove again. I like that call. Sure. Damn, am I stacking Cubs versus Padres here?
You could. Siri against Sandoval, some power upside.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where's Jock Peterson? He's probably right here, 42. He's probably in for Gritchick in this matchup at Control, right?
Probably, yep.
So there's something there.
Probably, yeah. I'd like seeing that.
Chas McCormick's 39.
I like. It's against Glass now. I think Kirilloff is he's on the cusp of breaking out.
Yeah,
I mean, he's hitting well. He's hitting well right now, but I mean, I think the power is going to develop.
Yeah, I can't trust him yet. I'll go Kelenic though at 36 against Hauser.
Oh, you'll go Kelenic, but you won't go Kirilloff?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's a better lineup. You get the Braves versus the Twins. So
the Twins, who are making James Paxton look like.
Paxton's fine. He's given up
Bill Paxton.
He's given up 3 hits. One of them just happened to be a stupid 2-run home run to Manny Margot. Makes no damn sense. He's threw 5 under 70 pitches. He's cruising. He's just it's killing me, man. Killing me. Bailey Ober just got taken out though because he was too good. So thankfully now the Dodgers bats can get going. You were on that one. You said he was bad. I was like, actually Jake McCarthy probably in the lineup against Cal Quantrill, $4,400.
Yeah, that's a nice little deal there.
It's a little spend down for sure. Let's see. Anything else?
These are some Jackson Merrill. How's he doing against lefties?
I said it is a lefty-lefty matchup for Merrill.
I keep forgetting that Merrill's a lefty.
He's been hitting the ball well this year, obviously, but that could be a tough matchup for him.
Yeah.
Myers against Reagans. Again, I don't really want to go against Reagans, but Houston obviously is a lineup that can always kind of pop.
Yeah. Jesus Sanchez for 2,900 against Rodon. That could be part of it.
Okay.
I don't hate that at all. He's just a power dude.
Yeah, you mentioned Canzoni's from the left side. There's some power there. That's probably it then.
It's probably as far as we're going.
Actually, Nick Gordon homered the other day. He's a lefty though. He probably won't get in there against Rodon. All right, you know what? It was 11 games, and we kind of moved through it quickly because we didn't have a ton of obvious value. So, Evaldi, you were building a lineup, I think. So we have Evaldi and we have Savale. I think we plugged in
Campusano.
Yeah.
Christian Walker.
Okay, Walker.
Then I kind of fell off a little bit. I think I put Semien in there.
Okay.
And then I put Berger in there.
Okay.
And then at shortstop, I think I was looking for some value.
There's Berger, 43. Value shortstop. I don't know if we had a real value down here. Caballero's 36. Arcia's 36. Pena's 38.
Who's the,
Could go Crawford against Bassett if you're really going against the lefty there.
Crawford against Bassett will work. Wait a second. Let me just hold the phone here, Johnny.
I'm waiting.
Let me see if we can get an Arizona value play. Because it's a righty on the bump here, right? So it's Cal Quantrill on the bump. So, no. I doubt with Blaze Alexander and Kevin Newman in there against a righty, I think they're fine. That they don't have to go to the Jace Peterson route.
No. I think what is probably gonna have to do here. What if we pull off Semien and played? Let's see. Do we have a cheaper second? Well, we don't know if our guy Vosky is going to be in the lineup or not. That would obviously save us a lot of money. What if we did Stott at 39 over Semien?
Yeah, I'm fine with using Stott at 39.
Okay, and then for here, let's see, Volpe.
You do Volpe? How much is Volpe?
Actually, let's go. Volpe's 42. Do you want to go Kim over Volpe? Go for against Smiley?
Yeah, let's go Kim.
Okay. So we got 4,100 for some outfielders here per play.
Wait, who'd you put in at third?
Burger.
Oh, okay, perfect. All right. So yeah, 41 and change per outfielder here.
Yeah.
Let's find out who's our low bargain guy. Let's do that. Let's plaster somebody in there to see where we want to spend up.
Okay, I just threw Jock Peterson in the lineup just to get us that course play.
Okay, that's fine.
And then you mentioned where's the Miami dude there? 2,900 you said.
Jesus Sanchez?
Yeah, Jesus Sanchez. Why not? Against Colorado Rodon. It gives us a $5,300 bat.
He could be back with Burger too.
Yeah. And then we got Lourdes. Look at that. We got 3 Arizonas.
Oh, look at that.
It could work out, couldn't it? Uvalde.
I'm betting the farm on it, John. What could possibly go wrong?
Honestly, nothing. Nothing can go wrong here. Garrett Stubbs just scored a run.
There you go. That's paying off value, baby.
He's got a hit. He's got a single and a run scored. Howard, 2,400 in the bag. I never lost faith in Subs there.
So did Brandon Marsh knock him in?
No, Trey Turner knocked him in.
Son of a bee sting.
I know. Marsh scored a run as well. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored.
See,
so
I love it when the value pays, baby.
We talked about it. We had the Philly stack with Stubbs and Marsh. We talked it up.
I put it in my lineup. I used it in my lineup. I think.
Love it. Colorado's up 1-0. A Charlie Blackmon leadoff triple.
Ain't that the way? Listen, we faded Gallen. We liked Gallen, but we also said that there were some concerns with Zach Gallen.
Yes, we did. All right. Evaldi, Savali, Cambursano, Walker, Stott, Berger, Kim, Peterson, Sanchez, and Gurriel is your example lineup. Again, Howard and I are back live at 4 p.m. Eastern time to get you all ready for the main slate with all the updated news, lineups, injuries, scratches, and projected rostership there for the day. If you haven't already tossed a like, hit that thumbs up button. Free way to support what we do here over on the Fantasy Alarm YouTube channel, and hit that subscribe button so you get notified when we go live each and every day at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Howard, any final thoughts?
No. Be prepared for a much more in-depth show at 4 p.m. Like 11 games. It's going to be a lot of different directions to take. I think once we start seeing some lineups in there, I think it's going to be become a lot tastier for us, John.
It'll definitely be a lot tastier. All right, everybody. We'll talk to y'all later.